What's up, Aquarius? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this, please do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. If you're new to my channel, I put these out every 2 weeks, and also I do tarot a little differently here. I like to combine universal law of assumption, manifesting and consciousness in with your tarot reading to look into your situation with a specific person, the dynamic, the person on your mind, and help you to like shift it, tweak it, manifest it differently should you wish to. So if that is your bag, then you can stick with me, and we're going to do a check-in Aquarius, the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them? And a projected potential. And the reason I say that is because universal law, all potentials exist in the now moment. Creation is finished. Everyone is you pushed out in your personal reality. You can actually have anything or anyone that you want. Your desires are made. They're complete. Right? They're meant for you. So if you would like to manifest this differently, it would just require a shift in you, Aquarius, the version of you that you're being, your state of consciousness, and a reselection from what already is through your dominant thoughts and assumptions pushed out. The mirror must reflect. Circumstances, conditions do not matter. They must move. Okay, Aquarius, let's look into it. The person on your mind. 8 of Cups, Aquarius. So there's like a disconnect, kind of an energy with the King of Wands. So this person is still very attracted to you, but there's a Tower energy. So the Tower could be a little bit of a shock factor. Some of you had some kind of, in the recent events, perceived past between you and this person. This is a little bit of like maybe a blow up or a confrontation. The Tower could also be a fear that you're moving on or there's a disconnect. Okay, that could be the shock factor. I saw King of Wands in the upright. So maybe they want to take action to rectify that. Because we've got 10 of Pentacles here. 10 of Pentacles is future vision. High Priestess is a sense of things that have been hidden or a mystery. Some of you are in silence with this person. Guys, do not take any of my reading as fortune telling. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading. So don't let anything that I say trigger you. If it is your reading, we're going to look into how you can shift it if you want it. Okay, 2 of Wands. There's like a little bit of this kind of crossroads energy. So some of you had a blow up because there was an air of mystery around like the future vision. So things were not clear, and it was sort of like, I don't know, a tension around that. Now we've got 2 of Wands here. So I don't think this person's completely let it go. I did see that 8 of Cups. So there might be a sense of like, are we walking away from this or are we moving in the same direction? 2 of Wands, see the Temperance cards in the reverse. Something about impatience, Aquarius. Temperance cards when you lose your cool. So that Tower card makes sense. Now, for some of you, that 10 of Pentacles, it's literally about practicality. So it could be about, this isn't clear, like house and home, a disagreement about moving forward in terms of like banding together for that goal. Let's have a look. See, 6 of Cups is in the reverse. The Death card's in the reverse. I told you they don't think that it's finished, and that's that Death card in the reverse. So it feels like it's a little bit unfinished, but there's been impatience. And then I told you that King of Wands has to come out. So there's still the chemistry and the attraction. They're feeling amped up. They definitely want to come in. They want to renew the passion again. We have a 6 of Cups in the reverse. So there's issues here. You might have a history with this person and it goes a little bit round and round, okay? So the 6 of Cups would be in the upright about, can we reconcile an issue? And for some of you, there's like, I'm getting a contentious point. So I'm going to check in on what that is, okay? See the ego clashes, you and this person. So again, that 10 of Pentacles, guys, in the Tower, because I always stick to what I see, it seems to me that there's like some kind of an egoic disagreement, and it might be around some very practical thing, like agreeing on your future goal, like materially, like where you want to live or what you both want for the future. I don't think this is an emotional thing. I think it's literally like something about clash of the egos, disagreements. Let me look at this Temperance card in the reverse. See, Hanged Man in the reverse. Okay, so Aquarius, there's something about this feeling unfinished, but it goes round and round. And there is a fear of total disconnect because I saw that 8 of Cups. So this is like 2 of Wands. Where are we standing? Can we take this forward in a different direction, or where is it going? And so the Hanged Man here in the reverse means there's a need to release this impatience with one another. Now, impatience doesn't even mean like this is taking a long time you know, you might be in some kind of a relationship, Aquarius, but this is like, can we release this kind of egoic reaction to one another? Now, the Six of Cups in the reverse, you go to the Five of Cups. It could be that there's been multiple towers between you and this person, and there's a bit of regret, and there's a need to reconcile that issue. And at the moment, the problem with reconciling the issue is Strength card in the reverse, ego clashes. Okay, so it's like, that's what's going on. So let me look at this Hanged Man in the reverse. See, okay, so Aquarius, what I'm getting here is that some of you, this is literally coming down to, I think, the energies between you and this person. You could be very headstrong, both of you. You could be, each of you, like it's my way or the highway. And the Judgment card in the reverse can also be like a little bit like judgmental energy, which causes blow-ups. So let me see what this Two of Wands is all about. Okay, so I did say to you, it's at a crossroads. Can we cooperate? Can we be on the same team? Now, interesting, I saw that 10 of Pentacles because it's Pentacles. So it's something about practicality. Like, do you want the same things in terms of practical, like the material vision? Someone might be very like, this is the goal, this is the dream. And someone else might be like, I want something else. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, it could be values, because Pentacles are about your values, not in a moralistic way, but like, do you want the same things, okay? So we have Three of Pentacles here. So there's a crossroads energy. Can you get on the same team? I did say to you that this person doesn't feel like it's finished, though I think what I'm picking up is there might have been multiple towers between you and this person, and tower energy really represents what's not working must go, which might mean letting go of a bit of ego. Now, Aquarius, I told you if it's not your reading, then don't take it. But if it is your reading, we're going to look at you. Now, all of this egoic shit can go out the window if we just refocus, if you want them. If you're like, no, they're always cooperative, they always show up correct, we're on the same team. If that's the issue, they want the same things, you can shift the trajectory, you can shift their behaviors. You're not changing this egoic version. You're just going to be like, I'm the version of Aquarius with the perfect relationship. We're so patient with one another. I'm having trouble with the Cups cards, Aquarius. Now, I'm not saying this person doesn't love you, but I'm saying that these ego clashes cause this kind of cycle. And no doubt there's chemistry. I mean, maybe your tempers with one another get each other fired up. I don't know. But otherwise, it's causing a little bit of this kind of, you know, stalling when it comes to getting on the same page and like building something together, like the future vision, okay? So let's look at this Judgment card in the reverse. See, Knight of Pentacles. You've been connected to this person for a while, and this is a long-term goal, and this is a serious energy. So it's not a player energy, guys. Finally, we get the Cups card, and we get that 10 of Pentacles that I kept mentioning. And then we've got a Knight of Swords and a King and Queen of Wands. Okay, all in a row. Guys, these two are very strong personalities, okay? Now, the chemistry, I said, no doubt, but the Knight of Swords can be erratic communication and reactivity. The Ace of Cups came out and I said, where are the cups? So this person, this is like, can we get on the same team and reinfuse the love and the emotion? And it seems to be that 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, there is a future goal, there is a building together for that future. It's something to do with the way in which you react to one another, okay? And then we have Two of Cups right after that. So this person does feel you're a soulmate. Some of you are in a relationship, like a solid relationship with this person, just disagreements. So I'm going to look at you, Aquarius. Now, again, like I said, if this is your reading and we want the behaviors to improve, we want 2.0, we just need to focus and assume that this person shows up differently, but not try to change the perceived past. Because if you've had repetitive cycles, guys, and it's a dynamic, and this is what I do on the channel, then you need to step into new version of Aquarius and push out thoughts and assumptions about this person. So, you know, inner conversations, not like we always argue or they're always stubborn. Stubborn, guys. We've got strong Leo energy here, Sagittarius, a lot of fire, Scorpio, okay? So not stubborn, very cooperative. You can even say, guys, so it's I am that I am, I'm this version of Aquarius. And then as far as like self-concept, you'd be like, this person, you know, goes over and above to meet my needs, to make me happy, to make me feel loved and secure. Why? Because that's who I am. Okay. All right, Aquarius, let me have a look at you and see how you're feeling about them. Page of Pentacles and the Moon. You feel like it's just not very clear. And we've got Ace of Wands, but there's a lot of passion and chemistry. You fire each other up. There's also a trigger point maybe with that Moon card. And when I say trigger point, it could be that you trigger each other, okay? Strength card in the reverse can be ego clashes because we've got 5 of Pentacles. It could be the way you communicate with one another and then you feel like this person can get cold because of the way you react. And I'm going to get oracle cards, guys, to learn more. That Moon and the Hangman over here is Pisces energy, by the way. So how do you feel? 3 of Cups. Okay. And then the 8 of Cups is in the reverse. I saw the 8 of Cups over here. So you don't want to disconnect from this person, but at the same time, I feel like there's like a dynamic that needs to be left behind. And that 3 of Cups and the Hierophant card. So Hierophant card is about traditional values, long-term commitment. The 3 of Cups, maybe you want to, you know, spend more time with this person having fun, because that's the 3 of Cups. And the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups here is like there's soul connection. And I said to you that there's not enough of that emotion and joy, because it seems to be that it gets like there's a dynamic that gets in the way. And because you've got 4 of Swords, so you're kind of thinking about things, Aquarius. And 7 of Wands, very defensive energy between the 2 of you. But 7 of Wands is also persistence. So let me see how you're feeling, Aquarius. Okay, 8 of Swords, trapped in the mind. Let's see, Magician card, you're manifesting it, but you feel trapped maybe by this dynamic. It goes round and round. And then King of Swords in the reverse is something to do with very harsh energy. Now, Aquarius, you could have this feeling like this person gets very cold or detached or aloof. I told you, ego. So if you're dealing with hot and cold energy, guys, you just need to be like, and I'm sorry if you're new and you've come from tarot and you don't understand what I'm saying, but if you stick with me, it'll click, or if you look into manifesting, it'll click. So, you know, if this person appears hot and cold, just like I've talked about hot and cold in videos, like manifesting videos, it's you shifting states all the time, okay, and reacting to the mirror. So you have an assumption that this person pulls away or acts a dick or cuts you off. And that's a dynamic, instead of being like, okay, look, this person is always loving, always warm. If you're the version of you, this person is like, you're their world, and they're always so loving and open and consistent, then they must show up that way because that's who you're being and that's what you're projecting. But that's just the thing. I'm just getting this as the dynamic. So you feel like it gets cold, Aquarius, or even maybe you guys can actually communicate. It can get a bit harsh or reactive. That's that Knight of Swords. So let me have a look. See, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. So this is about cooperation and being on the same team. Okay, and then we have 8 of Pentacles, like the effort needs to be put in. So there could be reactivity, like you could be being like, well, they need to put more effort and they need to show up and cooperate, and I don't like the way that they're speaking, or I don't like when they get cold, so then you react. Just examples, guys, but like, okay, no power in that. If you keep reacting to the mirror, what do you get? Round and round. So the tweaking is just like, nope, it's like this. Nope, they're like this because I said so. So the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Issues here to do with like you both feeling like you're cooperating and putting the same amount of effort in, probably, okay? Let me have a look at this King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, 5 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. A lot of insecurities. You both hold on to one another, but then there's all this holding back. And then probably that causes eruption and reactivity to one another, okay? So the 5 of Cups is regrets. And I really think this is regrets around the way that you communicate and the way you interact. And I mentioned 5 of Cups before with that 6 of Cups in the reverse. So there's a mutual feeling of things said and done and there's regret. Let's see, 2 of Swords in the reverse, Aquarius with the Queen of Swords. So Aquarius, your assumption is that you're a straight shooter. You say what's what. You feel that you're being very diplomatic. Again, this is like the ego clash, and you're looking at this King of Swords in the reverse, and you feel like they're not they're not interacting with you the way that you would like. And the 2 of Swords is you being a little bit stuck here. Like, what's the way forward? Now, if you're trying to manifest cooperation and being on the same team, but you keep dwelling in this, again, this is limiting beliefs, being trapped in the mind. So you might have this assumption that you're stuck and this is irritating and they're not changing. But I would say the limiting beliefs are, if you're the version of Aquarius, you're respected, you're loved, you're adored, they dote on you because this is how things are, then this person must reflect that assumption, okay? So that is the easy tweak. All right, Aquarius, I mean, that 8 of Cups that I saw is not like a full disconnect. I think you've had a row. If this is your reading and you're checking in this moment and it resonates. And I said to you guys, everything exists in the now moment, which means that even from this reading, you can rework this now. Like you're selecting another version and you can throw away what you don't like. There is love here. There's just this kind of, there is commitment, okay, long-term vision, but there seems to be a lot of ego and reactivity. So if you want this person to be kinder, sweeter, more emotional, more open, more loving, assume it is so, okay? Be the version of you that knows that that's what you receive. I don't know, Aquarius, impatience, there's a 2 of Wands, okay? Can we cooperate or no? So again, this is not fate or fortune, like I'm not spooking you like they're deciding if we don't cooperate, I'm out. No, you are the only one that has the power, so you get to decide. Either you're on the same team, you have it, or you don't want it, guys. That's it. It's up to you. Let me see, Aquarius, what this person's feeling towards you, okay? Okay, guys. Opposites attract. So I think this is the ego clash, okay? So it's like different spiritual beliefs. That also might be the thing. So maybe you clash on that, okay? We've got conflict resolution. Making amends, positive outcome, compromising. So this person's intention may be to compromise, because I said to you, it goes round and round, and they want to get on the same team, 2 of Wands. So Aquarius, that's good. Okay, again, positive thing coming up in this reading, right? For those that want it. However, if you have the assumption, the lingering memories, perceptions that this person, this always happens, and peace is short-lived, well, you're going to repeat the cycle. It's much easier to just like let that the fuck go and just persist in being in this reality, in the state of being where you have the perfect relationship. So I would say we're always perfect. They always show up perfectly. That's what I would do. Okay, because we've got determined, persistent, still holding on. Flowers, gifts, guys. So maybe they're coming in, because Ace of Cups is like a rebirth. There's definitely love here, guys. There's something about your conflict. Literally. See, the cards are accurate for the check-in. They're holding on. You both hold on to one another. There's just a tension, right? Let me see what I can get you guys with a romance angel. Okay, guys, there's something about differences and even spiritual beliefs maybe, or maybe you're from different backgrounds and that causes tension, like you've been raised differently. I did say over here it might be like fundamental disagreements around like house and home and values. That could be the thing, because this says keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Now, Aquarius, I think you can have whatever you want, right? And I don't care who challenges me, because everything exists and everyone's a reflection of you and a projection. So if you want this person to be more on your team and more on, because that's also groups and associations, guys, 3 of Pentacles. So you might belong to different spiritual groups, religious groups, cultures. There could be other people that like you're both very connected to, and that's influencing. If you want all of that to not matter, it's your story, guys. So you would just need to be like, nope, they're on the same team. Or you'd be like, if you think that they're not your usual type and therefore they're not meeting your expectations and that's causing frustration, guys, you'd be like, oh, they're doing whatever it takes to meet my expectations. They do whatever it takes to make me happy. Their main goal in life is to satisfy me and my needs. It's not arrogant, it's just a story and it's a projection. Okay, Aquarius, I hope that resonated for you guys. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time.